Hello everyone. This week we'll be looking at how it might be very uncomfortable at times following God's plan, and especially when He's asking us to do things that just don't make sense, and these unexpected long pauses where we're not hearing anything and we think things are supposed to be moving and it's just not. So let's go. Hi, my name is Paula Simon, a believer who 25 plus years ago made a decision that changed my life, strengthened my faith, which led to a closer walk with God. On this channel, I encourage women to be more proactive in their lives and to embrace changes one step at a time. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or visitor, welcome also. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the notification button so YouTube will let you know when a new video is uploaded. Also, please share, it will be greatly appreciated. This week the walk continues, but something we have to understand that God's ways is not our ways, and things that we think might be okay, be it relationships or jobs or certain habits, it might not fit into God's plan. And just because you've been doing it since Noah was a scout or the last 25 years, and you were in church and you were doing it and no one told you it was wrong, doesn't necessarily mean that it is okay with God. So God sometimes may be calling on us to do certain things that just won't fit well with us. And that is when it gets really exciting and crazy. So let's look at this. About 3 nights ago, I stumbled on this channel by this young lady by the name of Millicent Jackson. And she was talking about how God told her to do certain things in her life. And one of the things He told her was to leave her husband. I guess there might have been some already friction in the relationship, or they were working on it, it was already being tested. But then she had to make that decision because God told her to do it, to leave her husband. I don't think that was an easy decision. Even if it was easy for her, you could imagine the family, be it her parents or his family or friends. And I think she had a son involved, there's a child involved, so someone might be saying you need to work to save this marriage because you have a child involved. But she decided to follow God's instructions. Further is that because the husband left, there was a shortage of income in the house. It was a two-income household, now one. She decided to help God by going and look for another job. And she went through the whole process of applying, getting great interview, everyone telling her she's a shoo-in, and then not getting the job. Because all along God was telling her to do something else, but she didn't see the sense in it. Oh, it's something I used to do. Okay, I was qualified for it. But according to her, it was like 7 years before she had stopped doing what it was. But God gave her this instruction. And finally, after she tried to help God, guys, take note. God don't need our help. He just needs our obedience and our belief and trust in Him. He created the earth. So if He created the earth, I think He might be able to find a job for you or me. So He don't need our help. But she did. And then finally she decided to, right, to follow Him. And now she's talking about the massive change in her income and how He supply everything. And that is what happens, is that He will ask us. It might not be to leave a marriage. I heard Nora Jones talk about He told her to leave a job. Her last day on the job, I think her supervisor asked her what she's going to do. She said, she don't know. Because He told her to leave the job and He did not give her any other information. But within hours of leaving that job, she ended up with a position at Facebook. Something that she never applied for. She never applied for that. But someone told someone, God told them to hire her. And she's at Facebook now. And I'm certain as a believer, they have several other situations that as you sit back and look, is that you see where God told you to do something. And when you did decide to follow Him, it went through clearly. And the times when you decide to go that hard years, and you deciding to do what you want to do, you end up being stuck, and you end up suffering. Also, guys, you have to be careful is that sometimes God tells you something and then there is a silence. I could remember a time I was praying to God about the situation. Really and truly, to be honest, I was praying God would send me to do one thing, but I, in my brilliance, think that I could pray and make him change his mind. And I was so frustrated. I'm praying and I'm not getting the answer that I wanted. Mind you, God had already answered me before. I was not interested in what he had to say. I wanted something different, which I knew, Paula knew, would have been better for me. God didn't know. I know. So I prayed. Guys, I prayed forever until the day it dawned on me that God answered you. He answered you ever since. So instead of you sitting down and stressing yourself and not liking what is happening and you want whatever was happening to change, you best shut your mouth and trust God in the process. And guys, when I did, this whole situation wasn't so horrible as I thought it was. And is that it's going to happen. You're going to get silence when he's timing you and he's putting you on time out, preparing you for the next move. And also you will get silence when you're trying to swing stuff to suit yourself. But it is part of the work. It is part of the journey. And I'm telling you, it will be crazy. And I always tell you, providing you're breathing and you're here on earth, God is going to be asking us to make changes, asking us to do whatever he has in store for us to do. But God always pays for whatever he ordered. He will never send you somewhere where you would punish. You will get discomfort. You might wondering as usual, because we're supposed to have things in place. You're supposed to know everything. You're supposed to know X, Y, and Z. And one happened at 10 o'clock and one's going to happen at 8 tomorrow morning. And when we're not in that position, it gets us anxious. It gets us worrying and we start stressing. Who knows? Send up with blood pressure. But if we just sit back and realize, okay, I am here right now because of the goodness of God. I'm not here because I know anybody, because I'm that educated, because I have money, I got contact, I got influence. None of the above. The only reason we're here right now, the only reason I am able to speak to you, the only reason you are able to listen to me or to look at this video is because God said, okay, I'm going to have her here, or I'm going to have him here. You're not here because of nothing, what you did. And myself also. So if we just come to grip with that, our journey would be light. Would it be easier? No. Because as human beings, in our sinful nature, we will start good, who knows, last a month or two, and then we're going to get ourselves involved, and then we got to bring it back. But the beauty about it, as we continue this walk, we will not stay in the crazy state for too long. We will start thinking and worrying, then we remember, okay, we'll go back to our frame of reference. That's why, guys, it will be good if you go to my channel and look for the videos on our foundational tool. We need those tools. We need our frame of reference. And as we start looking back at our frame of reference, you will realize, okay, he went through this. This situation is similar. It's a lack. It's a concern about a family member. It's a concern about a situation. It's not knowing what's going to happen. It will take different form, but if you look at it, there's certain basic things in it that will cause us anxiety. And when we come to work with that, it will be more easier to walk with that. None of us will ever be perfect. No. None of us will never get it right. None of us will ever feel completely confident 100% of the time, because we are not made to be like that. And one of the things we have to be careful of my friends, is that sometimes God tells us to do something, and because it comes with stress and because it comes with anxiety, we will say, oh, this is not what God say I want to do. No, you stay the course. If it is not of him and he know in your heart that you honestly think it's of him, he's going to reveal it or he's going to shut the door. When he knows in your heart, you thinking God, you're telling me to do this, and I'm anxious about it, and it is not of him, he will let you know. But do not use stress and doubt and fear as the reason not to continue what God tells you, because he pays the whatever you order, and he's going to soothe your spirit. He's going to give you revelation. He's going to give you whatever it is that you need for that journey. But guys, we come too far to quit. We have invested a lot. So let's stay the course and let's encourage each other. Please let me know in the comment section what might have been your struggle at one time or the other, how you were able to overcome it. Or who knows, what method you use whenever these doubts and fear pop up in your head. According to Millicent Jackson, she was loud, telling the devil get out of her head when he was trying to tell her not to do something that God told her. Right? I have the same thing I do. I will stop and start looking okay. You felt this way last week or the week before or last year, and it didn't amount to anything. So you know what? This is just a place. This is not of God, and I literally talk myself out. And I'm telling you, at this point, even if I feel this way, because I won't, because I'm human, it don't last 3 or 4 hours. It don't last a day. Within like 30 minutes of me acknowledging, okay, this is crap. This is not me. I don't know in heaven's name where this is coming from, but it has to be. Just like, and I start talking. Next thing I get involved with something else, and I realize that this feeling is no longer. So guys, God will take it. I cannot give up. It's an exciting time. It's 2022. We say we're living intentionally. And we're following whatever God has in store for us to do. We don't want to live in the way we think we should live. We want to follow God, and we want to follow his plan and his purpose. So guys, have a blessed week. I know this week would be better than last. And our faith and our walk is getting stronger. And we're getting bold and we're getting more strong. Do I look strong? Yes, it's a lot of muscles here. So have a blessed week. And I'll see you next Monday. Take care. Bye. Don't forget, God loves you. And he loves me.